Hi, it's Toby V Photo here. Today I'm going to be respooling some 35mm film backwards so that I can shoot Redscale images. When you shoot through the wrong side of film, the dye that makes up the red part of a colour negative dominates the image, which is why the technique has its name. All you need for this is a roll of 35mm film, an empty 35mm film cassette, some tape, and a pair of scissors. Oh, you'll also need a dark space because being sensitive to light, if you respool your film in the daylight, your film will fog and you won't get any images. So to respool your film, first of all, trim the leader off the film you're going to be using. And then apply some tape. Then marry the film against the tail end of the empty cassette. Make sure you fit them together backwards. Now, for the purpose of illustration, I'm going to wind this film into the empty cassette, respool it in the daylight, but that will fog this film, so this is a sacrificial moment. You must do this in complete pitch black. With a pair of scissors or a screwdriver, put it into the tip of the empty cassette, bit fiddly, and just twist. Only takes a minute or two. La la la. You now cut the now empty cassette away, which leaves you with a new backwards spooled piece of film. Cut a quick tongue into there so you can load it into your camera, and away you go. Backwards. So you've got your empty cassette and your donor film and you're ready to respool. As I said, this has to be done in darkness, otherwise the film will fog. If you don't have access to a proper dark room, then maybe something like a cupboard under the stairs might be an ideal environment. As you can see, barring the odd crack in the door, it's a very dark environment indeed. Blimey, nice bit of stairs going on there. So this is the cupboard under the stairs, and as you can see, it's a perfect environment. So you're ready to respool your film. If you haven't got a dark room or access to a cupboard under the stairs, one little trick I use quite often is a jumper. You pop your film into the body of the jumper, such as that, fold it over, fold the top of the jumper over as well, and then you just stick your arms the wrong way into the sleeves. And there you've got a nice dark environment to handle the film. And if you feel like it's still a little bit bright or the jumper's not quite thick enough material to handle it safely, then you can stick the whole lot under a duvet as well. My assistant's going to lift it up for me. Thank you very much. So there you go. Film inside a jumper under a duvet, and that is a really nice dark environment, light proof. You can handle film safely without risk of it fogging. Well, it's been a couple of weeks now since I respooled the film to shoot some Redscale with, and what I found is if you were overexposed by 5 stops, then you get the very strong oversaturated red images that is where the technique gets its name from. If you go on from 5 stops overexposure to 8 or 9 stops, then you find that the red is completely burned away, and you get some lovely muted yellow and green tones coming in to colour your image, like something from the 1970s. One of the nicest things about this technique is it's all done in camera on film. There's no Photoshop trickery, there are no apps on your phone, it's just all done in camera on film. Old school, pure photography.
Pure photography.